Let's work on part C now. What is the probability of being promoted for each worker? So this is part C. We're still dealing, with the outsider. We're still having that raw probability in mind. Now, with that said, in equilibrium, right, we know that both workers are going to put in the same effort level because they have symmetrical utility functions, meaning that if both of them put that same effort level which we calculated, what's going to be the probability over here, right? We have this probability P. Where was it? This one over here. 0.5 plus pi times all that. Well, 0.5 plus pi. And the difference between the effort levels would be just 0 because they would put the same amount of effort. We would multiply pi with 0, meaning that probability would be equal to 0.5. Now, if that probability would be equal to 0.5, that's when we take into account the competition between the workers inside the company. But we have to take into account also the probability of the outsider. So with the probability of the outsider, we must multiply it with 1 minus rho. Because 1 minus rho is the probability that the outsider will not get the bonus, but we might get it. So that's why we will multiply 0.5 with 1 minus rho. Hope this makes sense. So the probability over here would be equal to 1 minus rho times 0.5. 1 minus rho times 0.5. And again, think of it going backwards. I'm going to write the highlights over here. 0.5, that's the final probability once we take into account the competition inside the company. So competition inside the firm. And the 1 minus rho is the probability that we might compete for the bonus, is the probability that the outsider will not get the bonus. So probability that outsider does not get the bonus, So we must take both probabilities into account. Hope this all makes sense. In the next video we go to part D.